Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is part 1 of my kitchen declutter. My kitchen counters are magnets for clutter. And here is an overview of the mess that is going on here. OMG, how I live like this is beyond me. But it's always full of stuff and I need to make room for a couple of new toys and just to have it be in a decent livable state. Ever wonder why I'm always decluttering on my floor? Well, mystery solved. This is the reason why. I have to say that most of the things just have to be put away, but it is no easy job because my cabinets are full of stuff also. So, I'm gonna take baby steps today and do a little bit decluttering and reorganizing. So let's get to it. I'll be starting right here on the counter space right above my dishwasher. My dishwasher is just used for storage because there are only 3 of us here and there aren't that many dishes, so I just do them by hand. Those water bottles and mason jar cups will end up going in there along with that alien tumbler. I'll be sharing the extra beverages and protein bars with my brother and gathering up all the plastic utensils and chopsticks to use at work. I don't know about you guys, but I do not like lip balms that require your finger to apply. They just get all over the place. But I've got to keep it because it's Minnie Mouse. I will be tossing most of the candy and cookies because I just don't know how old they are. My little science projects are staying. Just a warning, never leave an ultra sharp pair of tweezers out because you'll end up getting stabbed like I did. The heater will be going into a hallway closet because it's not yet cold enough to need one. All the plastic utensils will be going into a Ziploc for me to take to work. The drinks and snacks for my brother will be going into that basket right there. For the time being, I'm done with this part of the kitchen counter. So I'm going to move on to the top of the fridge. It's dusty and it's greasy and there are a couple things I need to remove from up here. I'm going to move this stuff to the counter space I just cleared up. I've had this bundt cake pan for over 10 years and I haven't used it. This cupcake holder will be going to my mom. And these are staying. This rice cooker needs a wipe down, but it's staying. And I'm not sure what to do with this extra coffee maker, but I think I'm going to donate it. And here's my crock pot, which also needs a wipe down. If you fry things in the kitchen, I'm betting that your fridge will be greasy like mine. And who has time to look on top of the fridge for dust? I don't. So here we are removing the gunk with used dryer sheets, which is awesome by the way because it clings on to the dust and removes grease because it's abrasive. As usual, I'll be using my 50-50 water and vinegar solution to wipe down the surface of my fridge. Now it's a week later, and here's an overview of what the kitchen looks like. Still a big fat mess. Needless to say, I didn't do much cooking in here. But before I hit the kitchen counters, I'm gonna have to sort through all these bags, my lunch bags, that I happen to fill up one after another. But I'll be sorting through them and tossing away what I don't need and keeping what I don't, and going down to one lunch bag. Now this bag contains some of the junk I had at work that I brought home to donate, including this container and most of the stuff you see at the bottom of my purse there. Although Evanescence is my favorite band, I don't particularly like this purse, so I'm gonna donate it. Here's another lunch bag, and another, and another. The rest of the stuff is important, so I'll be keeping everything but putting them where they belong. The polka dot bag will be donated. Now let's clear off the counter a little bit and get some of these small appliances back onto the top of the fridge. I'm going to organize some of the snacks into this basket and place all this rice on top of the fridge. Most of the things here just have to be put away. My magic bullet is broken, so the blade you see here will be thrown away. Moving on to the other side of the counter, I'll be giving away those rice crackers at work. And these snacks I'll be sorting and putting into baskets and putting them away. The cookies will be going because they melted. That's the broken magic bullet that I was talking about earlier, so I'll be putting that into electronic recycling. It's actually been another week later, and I'll be working on these cabinets down here because all the stuff on the counter needs a place to go. So I have to declutter and organize this space. It's packed, so let's get everything out so we can sort it. I was doing great, making great progress, and look who decided to drop in to help. While Kitty is exploring, here's all the stuff that I removed. Still exploring. Finally, back to business. So what I'm going to keep, I'm going to be putting directly in front of the camera, and what I'll be donating or getting rid of, I'll be putting off to the right. I'm not getting rid of those boxes of tea. I'll be keeping those. Next step, a quick wipe down, and on to removing the stuff from the other side of the cabinet. Back there is dead space, and I usually keep holiday stuff there, and they'll remain there for now. To clear floor space, I'm going to put the cans in here for now while I sort out what I just removed from the cabinets. You'll see that I'll be sorting things into those bins right there. I'll be sharing all of the foil and the press and seal with my mom and in-laws. Way too much for me to be using on my own. These I'll be keeping for myself, and I've managed to clear one side. Time to move on to the bottom half. Here's the stuff I removed from both sides of the bottom half, and I can't believe how many piles and piles of things I have to sort through. My advice is to never do this to yourself. Just don't have so much stuff. I haven't mentioned in this video, but like all the decluttering videos that happen in my kitchen, I look at expiration dates and decide whether I'm realistically going to eat the things, and decide from there whether to keep or to toss away or to pass along to somebody else. I'm sure you noticed in this video that there's a lot of jumping around, and the remainder of the video will be no different. Because here we are in my living room decluttering this tray because I need it in the kitchen. I'm organizing those small tidbits and putting the cat things in his basket in another area. The remaining things I'll be returning to the coffee table for storage, except for the pumpkins. It's pumpkin season and it's their time to shine. This phone case I'll be throwing away because it's beat up. So here's an overview after all the sorting. All this I'm going to donate to a food pantry or ask if family wants it. These are my drinking vessels. I'm going to put it into this box over here. And all this is my pantry items I'm going to keep that I'm going to be putting in those small containers you see over there. These few things over here I'm going to be keeping. And that pile right there is trash. Right there is a pile of things I'm going to be passing along, and some I'm going to keep. I've sorted pantry items into these baskets, and these water bottles and tumblers will be going into another basket. I moved all the canned items to the bottom shelf because I feel like heavier items should be at the bottom. It's not the ideal way of storing cans, but I'm just going to leave this for now until I have a better system and fewer cans. Let's get more things back into the cabinet. I'm gonna store these bottles, cups, and things in that dead space I was talking about earlier just to get them out of the way from now. That tray I was decluttering earlier, this is what I wanted to use it for. It'll kind of act like a pull-out drawer so I could access the things in the back. Now I've gotten everything that was on the floor back into the cabinet, so now it's time to clear out the countertops. The counter isn't as bad as before, but I do want to clear out some more space for the stuff, so I'll be getting rid of that orange crap up there, and all this will eventually go. On this side, I know I could get rid of these bottles, and that scale right there. I've pulled down some of the items, and the only things that are staying are the stuff that you'll see in the basket in a bit. And I'll be going into that space right there. Let's sort through all these little things right here. As I said earlier, the scale is going. Along with these manuals, they'll be recycled. A little organizing. I know you saw me fill up this jar earlier, but remember it took me weeks to film this video. In the place of that crock, I put my teas and my coffee. These bowls, I'm definitely gonna downsize eventually because there are just way too many for 2 people. And a cat. All these things remain on my counter, and they have to be removed to make room for those new toys I was talking about earlier. Most of these things will be going into that cabinet space I just cleared out. Of course, a wipe down. My kitchen is very old, that even pieces of it is coming out. I was gonna keep that little bread drawer, but it takes up too much counter space, so I'm just gonna donate it. And here are my new toys. Behind that fuzzy butt is my air fryer and Instant Pot. I'm so excited to be able to use it now. They've been sitting in their boxes for months. I even have some counter space for a working surface now. But I'm not done. I still have this small mess to clear up. Like the rest of the kitchen, I'm not going to make it perfect, but I'm going to clear it enough to give myself a decent workspace. I decluttered this space earlier, so most of these things just have to be put away. These 2 canisters I'll be getting rid of eventually because it's not really my style. That ice cream canister on top is really more my style. I like whimsical things. My mugs. I switched them out for the ones I wanted to use currently, but that was before October. It does take me a while to edit videos because I'm so new at it and I'm not so great at it, so bear with me. It's a little delayed. I'll be getting rid of this ice cream bowl right here because of the chip, and the rest of the things just need to go into the cabinets. On my top cabinets is where I keep my spices, and I need to clear some of this out so I could put all those things on the counters in here. And I know for a fact that some things need to go, like these boxes of Splenda, which I do not like the taste of, so I'm going to bring those to work. So let's start by removing everything from this side. Now I'm just going to return the things I'm going to keep back into this cabinet. There are a few things I'm going to get rid of, and it's not much, but getting rid of that green bin I removed from there makes a big difference. It takes up a lot of space. This green bin I'll be donating, and the saffron and allspice will be going to my mom, and this bottle is very old, so I'll be tossing that. And I would suggest to not buy cheap bins because they break very easily. Voila! Clearish countertops. I finally have the space to make some food for my husband and I with my new toys. It's definitely not perfect and there is much decluttering to do, but it's good enough for me for now. I hope you enjoyed this decluttering journey with me. If you haven't done so already, check out some of my other decluttering videos for more fun. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Like and subscribe for more fun, because you know there will be more. Bye, guys!